I was still signed to Capitol Records. I had just got sober, and I was like, I need to make a smash because they're probably not feeling me no more. I got to smash. You know what I'm saying? I got to make I got to make some smashes. And at the time, I was recording like a series of songs. Like I had just recorded like 4. Like I was already on my roll. Like I was warmed up. You know what I'm saying? Like 4 bangers back to back. I'm talking like in the whole statistics of me making songs. 4 bangers back to back. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? It's like 1 out of 4 usually or some shit like that. I make a lot of music.
They hate when you elevate. You're stacking up losses. I'm handing them out. Yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Express Yourself with Sbpress. I'm your host, as always, Sbpress, and we got a returning visitor in the house.
Bow!
My boy, Joesph Black, man. Thank you for being here, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you again. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is a thing that we were manifesting. We also let them know that we left it with a cliffhanger, and let's just revisit the surface. Let everybody know that you're from Minnesota. So if y'all hear that Minnesota slang, you know what's going on in this thing. But no, man, thank you for taking the time out to be back here with me.
Of course.
No,
I'm happy to be here.
No, I'm happy for you here, bro.
Hell yeah.
Now you left the Don Dada somewhere. Where's Nay at?
Nay's busy. Nay's doing something. Nay's always doing something.
You guys all been doing some crazy stuff. Got that hot new single out right now. Let's start with that.
All right.
How did you come about the title, Piss in the Mouse?
Okay.
How did it come to the surface? Because we gotta know.
Right,
we gotta know.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna tell you the story of how I went. Speaking of Nay, it's crazy. Probably like a year and a half ago, I live in Nay. So we just chilling in the house. I get home from doing something. I don't know what I was doing. Nay comes up to me. She come up to me like she's rapping, right? She's like smacking on my chest. And I'm like, ooh, she just recorded some hot shit. Like, because Nay make music, you know?
Yep.
I'm like, damn. I was like, all right. I was like, yeah, what's that? She's like, yeah. And she kept going. I was like, what's that? That shit's hot. And she want to hear it? I was like, yeah. And she's like, you really don't know what I'm rapping? I was like, nah. She went and played it. And it was Pissing in Mouths. And I'm like, did I make this? Because at this time, we're like a year and a half clean.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, did I make this when I was getting high? Like, she's like, nah, that shit said like 6 months ago. I'm like, damn.
But you're making so much that you're forgetting these hits that you're making too.
I'm like, damn. I'm like, what's it called? She said, Pissing in Mouths. But when I listened to what I said, I was like, I remember now when I was recording it, I don't actually say anything about urinating in somebody's mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm stating places. I'm stating like the place where I piss, and then I'm stating mouth. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, and I was like, I don't know. I ran with it. I was like, because she came up to me rap, so I heard it like as a fan. Because I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
not realizing it was you.
Yeah, it's just hot.
So you're pretty much surprised by the hits that you put out because you do so much and you just kind of like shelf them. How did you come up with the concept for the video for this after you had it for so long?
We just did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just did it. We were just like,
And where was this video shot at? I seen it was like multiple
like
locations.
Calabasas, Woodland Hills. Yeah, we were outside of bowling alley. We was outside of some smoke shop, Calabasas. We got a shopping cart in Woodland Hills, like in a Walmart parking lot. Started pushing it around. We had an initial idea. The initial idea might have been the umbrella in the rain. Yeah, the umbrella in the rain. And then Nay honestly coordinated all this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Fucking Nay's gonna get some writer credits on this. You know what I'm saying?
Rightfully so.
Because she found the song, right? She reminded me of the song. That would have been a lost. I have a lot of lost files on my computer. I don't make it lost, so that would have been a lost file. Nay hit me, boom. Nay actually picked out the fit for the shit. You know what I'm saying? And then was like, hey, make the video like this. And I was like, oh, cool. So that's actually, we did have a direction to go. Nay gave us the direction. It's kind of disclosed, but Nay said, whoop the bam, and we whoop bam.
The vision was there because she was already vibing off the song, and when she approached you as a fan, she had this vision for it to be put out there. And I gotta say, that shit's dope. That shit's dope. Nay, we're gonna get you on this thing. We're gonna go ahead and chop it up and talk about your career as well. But this individual before me right now has a more to add to the story. We left off on a cliffhanger about the soberness and everything like that. How influential was your team in helping you come to the terms with yourself of getting sober?
like the most influential. They didn't necessarily know when they first signed me and everything. You're talking about the labels, I assume.
No, we'll get to. Well, we can start with the label, and then we'll talk about the
My
personal team
my
around
personal
you.
team.
Yes. So the labels.
Not the labels. My friends around me at the time.
Yeah, well, we can start with the label or start with the friends.
All right. I'll just say all, and I'll mash them all together. So
Okay.
My friends wanted me to get sober. My friends and my whole team was right there. They seen that I was on drugs, and they were always kind of like, "Hey, Joesph, you need to stop." You know what I'm saying? You need to stop because for one, we're not going to be your friend. For two, you're gonna die. For three, you're gonna fuck your career up. Like they would just put it on the table, and I'd be like, yeah, I got you. You know? But my label didn't know. Labels didn't really know what was going on until I spent all the first money they gave me, and I was like withdrawing really bad, and I was like sick, and I was like shaking in the bathtub and shit, and I was like, fuck it. At the time, I thought my ex was gonna have a kid, so I was like, fuck, I gotta figure this shit out. So I was like, bam, I text Sean Pace, and said, hey, shout out to Sean Pace, really got me in position here, along with a lot of others. I texted him and told him, I text a few other people, and just told him the deal, right? Mm-hmm. A couple of days later, Steve Lobel and Scott Storch, I ended up on FaceTime with them, like at my manager's house.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, we own a rehab center, the Heavenly Center, THC, the Heavenly Center.
The Heavenly Center,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's like, you smoke weed still, man, just come here and get out that shit. I bet. So, boom, did that. So that's all in all. I abandoned my friends when I went and got clean. I showed up and I was like, I'm going to rehab. You guys got to figure it out. I'm so fucked off the drugs at the time. I was like, yeah, y'all got to figure it out. They're like, oh, okay. Like, I moved everybody out here and, like, put them on payroll, made sure everyone was straight, like, had them all quit their jobs. And then one day I showed up, I was like, all right, guys, yeah, I'm actually going to go. Mm-hmm.
Now, was that a hard term for you to come to with yourself of giving up on, I guess, stopping the self-lies and the I can do this? Did that moment, like, how did you come to that moment where you just really just said, I have to do this for me? It wasn't anyone else, it was just you.
When I was in the bathtub shaking. Like, I had already been there in that bathtub shaking, withdrawing many other times. But it wasn't ever lack of funds. It was lack of plugs hitting me back or being late. You know what I'm saying? So this time I actually just blew a fuck ton of money. Like, sitting in a penthouse. You know, everyone's thinking I'm paying rent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm falling back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that was the thing, too. I was 3 months behind on rent. So not only did I just run out of money, I was like 3 months down on money. So I was already, like, borrowing money for drugs and shit from other people. So it's like, okay, I owe my friend 10 bands. I owe my friend of a friend's mom's step cousin 10 bands. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I'm very convincing with the whole Joesph Black. I hope I'm signed to Capital. They're not giving me my money yet. You know what I'm saying? Shame. I was just sitting in that bathtub shaking to all shame. And I thought I was having a kid, too. I think that really iced the cake.
Now, now you thought, which means the kid did not come into terms. How did that sever the relationship with that individual that you were engaged with at that moment?
That's like a whole nother hour podcast. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna have to spin back a few times.
All right. So then let me just sever some of that in half then.
When I went to rehab, I got I went to rehab twice. So I got 26 days clean. I started to blink. I looked at our relationship and I was like, I've been fucking tweaking. I said, nah, I'm done with you. Blocked her shit. It was nothing to me. Because I'm like, I've been tweaking. What the fuck? Bro? You know what I'm saying? It's the long story short. We can do a whole nother episode on all this. I would actually love to, because at one point I would actually love to.
No, definitely. Hey, I appreciate that, because this story is gonna help other people, you know, like, stop lying to themselves or actually seek out help regardless on the people that are around you, because no one can make you do it but you. So that's one thing that I want to commend you with. I want to gift you already as well too, because it really takes a lot for people to really, I guess, champion themselves in moments of darkness like that, you know? So, you know, when it gets dark and gets cold, make sure you put this shoe plug hoodie on.
Hey, my dog.
Oh yeah, you know, it might be a little extra cold, so I'm doing some socks
bro,
for you this time
too, man. Hell yeah, I've been wearing them bitches. You know, I had something planned to bring you, and then today was just honestly such a fucked up today. Last Thursday too. I thought it was last Thursday. Sneaking up on me. Next time I got you, man.
Brother, I appreciate you even being able to make it here when you did.
Of course.
Like, everything happens in every moment, and everything happens for a reason. So, let's get back into the story of you know, going to rehab and everything like that. How long were you in the treatment center?
The first time I went, I did 11 days in a detox, and then I did 3 months in a program.
Mm-hmm.
So in the detox, you don't have no phone, no nothing. You just sit in that bitch with the doctor, and they just make sure you don't die, type shit. So I did that for 11 days, and then I was cool. Went 3 months, got out. Day I got out, relapsed. Started sniffing pills again. I wasn't ready. So you were asking questions earlier, like, how did I know? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I wasn't ready yet because I still got high. I got high for like a week, and then my managers were calling me, and they're like, you getting high? I'm like, nah. They showed up at my house, brought my ass right back to detox. But I was in detox for 2 days, and then I left. I was looking around like, ain't no one do nothing. Ain't no one control me, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hit them. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go to the gym. Don't worry. I'm gonna like do sober people. I'm gonna stay sober. Don't worry. They're like, Joesph, don't fucking leave, man. I'm out of here. They're like, bro, you got the world in your hands right now. You know, my song's doing like 500,000 plays a day at the time. You know, they're like, you got the world in your palms right now, bro. Like, just fucking put your health first. So then I spent 4 months getting high, you know, and then I was withdrawing again once, really bad, laying in my bed. And across the street, I noticed a cross on the top of this hospital. And I realized that was the hospital I overdosed in and almost died in like a year prior. And I was like, damn, I live across the street from the hospital. That's crazy because I overdosed on the other side of town, but I end up at that hospital. I didn't even know I live across the street. And I was looking at it, I was like, bro, I was gonna go back to rehab. I'm like sitting here like God's talking to me right now.
Now, we on the last episode we spoke of the relationship with you and your brother. How much of an impact has he been in your life as far as you getting sober?
My brother experienced a little opioid addiction for a portion in his life when I actually had lived with him when we were kids. He's 8 years older than me, so he actually had a girl at the time. They had their own spot, and I lived with them. And he went through it. I seen him go through it. I remember this. So when I started going through it, he recognized it right away and showed up. He was at my house every day. He would show up every day just to hang out. He was just there to hang out. And I was like, kind of like asked me, like, are you doing oxys? Oh, true. Yeah, I remember those. Be careful, bro. You know what I'm saying? Be careful, bro. And because I'm the type of person, once you get to know me, like, you can't tell me shit, bro.
Yeah.
You really can't tell me shit. And honestly, I'll get pissed if you were to tell me some real shit about me right now. I get mad, but tomorrow I would start changing how I act if you were right and I knew you were right. And I would actually let you know, too. I'm not like a prick, you know what I'm saying? But, like, you can't tell me shit right away. So with the drugs, everyone was like, what the fuck do we do? Because we're going to tell Joesph some shit and he's going to bug out.
And it's going to be a big spaz.
Yeah, so he was supportive. You know what I'm saying? He did what he could. He pulled up on me when I told him I was trying to get clean. Like, because I tried to get clean before I went to rehab. I didn't even know rehab was a thing. So I'm talking in Minnesota. He'd pull up on me every day, bring me cigarettes. We would just rail a pack of cigarettes together. I'd be sitting there like, oh, it hurts so fucking bad. It hurts so bad. I'd be crying, and he'd just be sitting there like, you got this, bro. 30 days, you'll feel better. In 30 days, you'll feel better. Because he did this shit. And he never went to rehab or nothing, but he kicked it by himself. I remember it. I remember it all. Yep. The blast from the past last time when I was laying on the couch.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I got something to show you. I'm thinking of something else. But yeah, I remember that well. So he was right there. Just helped me out, encouraged me, always.
Well, you mentioned Blast from the Past last time. And you know I come with that amazing segment every time. We do have our Blast from the Past ready for you this time too, brother.
Oh, shit.
Now, it ain't as depth as last time, but it's deep. And I got some good stuff, you know, because you do got some stuff you're working on right now that I want the audience and the viewers to witness of and be a part of as well.
I would love all that.
So, yeah, I dug, yeah. Just like how you be saying, like, oh, man, I got so many things I forgot about. I hope you forget about this masterpiece right here.
Damn.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's one of yeah.
So
I think this one of them ones.
there's no think. If you feel it, it is it.
Yeah.
And the preparation for this, could you talk a little bit about it?
I was still signed to Capitol Records. I had just got sober, and I was like, I need to make a smash because they're probably not feeling me no more. I got to smash. You know what I'm saying? I got to make some. I got to make some smashes. And at the time, I was recording like a series of songs. Like I had just recorded like 4. Like I was already on my roll. Like I was warmed up. You know what I'm saying? Like 4 bangers back to back. I'm talking like in the whole statistics of me making songs. 4 bangers back to back. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's like 1 out of 4 usually or some shit like that. I make a lot of music. And preparation going into this, I don't really have much like preparation going into songs. I'm gonna be 100. So this one was like I was still on my heartbreak shit or whatever. I wasn't really feeling heartbroken. I feel like I was losing interest in the whole like being heartbroken. Like I started falling in love with working out and shit. So I was just like I was kind of losing the interest, but
Losing interest in others and finding more in you.
yeah. And so it made me think, because maybe it's like an empath, or I like to play devil's advocate in my mind, or at least analyze that perspective constantly. I thought about her, you know what I'm saying? The ex, we do a whole podcast about situation. I remember when she like started losing interest. I remember the look in her eyes. You know what I'm saying? Before she started fucking the whole city up. You know what I'm saying? So I just found a beat and I just pressed play. I just pressed record. And I knew I wanted to. When I heard the beat, I was like, I gotta go crazy on the drop.
And that you did.
This is hard.
That right there, honestly, dude. Like I said, when I did my research on it, I didn't expect the story behind it, but it makes a lot of sense on how this was able to be made the way it was. There was a lot going on for you at that time and point in life, and it bled out into that a little bit. So like, nah, big ups to you on that, bro.
Thank you.
No
I like
problem.
the heart on the bat.
Appreciate it. Oh yeah, I designed the cover.
What made you
art,
think?
too.
What made you do that though?
Let me remember. I do so much. The bat and the heart, it did have a meaning. I don't know. I'll swing back on that one.
Is something about the bat being like a bloodsucker and
No, it
like
might have something to do with
vampire.
like Vampire Diaries, vampire,
yeah,
vampire
that
stuff.
makes sense.
Me and my ex had a whole like Vampire Diary like cosplay fetish thing.
That's awesome. I love that.
I don't know. Oh yeah.
I'm sure you're not the only people who have ever had a Vampire Diaries cosplay thing.
Well, I haven't. So
I think I made it sound a little more extreme, maybe, but
no, it's dope.
type
as hell.
shit. Yeah.
Damn.
My dog.
Yep.
I was trying to shake up with them. I smoked a joint before I came. I was about to shake up with them, bro. That's Zaza.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
where was this at, and what does this mean to you?
This is Zaza, man. Hold on, let me get his. Let me do this for the. Let me do this for the gang. Madagascar Exotics. Madagascar_exotics. Hit him up, bro. Zaza. This is my guy. It's one of the first people I met when I moved to LA. You know, he's a solid motherfucker. Yeah, he got a lemur. That's his lemur.
That's a real lemur on
yeah,
his
that's real
back.
lemur.
I didn't even
That's
think
his.
about that.
That's his lemur. That's Zaza. Like that's his lemur. Like, when I did my Einer Bank shit, right? I did it at my crib, and he was my neighbor, and he came out with the lemur, and the lemur was just chilling with us, hopping on Einer while fucking he's playing the guitar, and lemur runs up the tree, like homies at the pool chilling, like lemur comes right back. He yell for Zaza, come on, hey, Zaza, run. Yeah.
Cartoon style.
Yeah.
And everything
I
up.
love that.
Yeah.
His, full Dior suit.
Yeah.
Styling and profiling.
Bam, bam, bam.
Another one.
I love this song. This is about a new girl. This is no longer Emily. I'm just name dropping. I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think about it. Like, what am I supposed to do? Bounce around? Like, I'm already on the internet.
Yeah.
So everything prior to this is pretty much about Emily. This one isn't.
In Too Deep. Why that name?
In Too Deep. You know what it's like when you're in too deep. Like when you're in too deep, let's just be literal. I ain't gonna make an analogy. When you're in too deep, when you have feelings for someone like you shouldn't be having feelings for, or you can't have feelings for. You know what I'm saying?
Forbidden fruit.
You're not just doubling back and you triple, quadruple.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like
You spin the block a few times.
yeah, like I don't know.
It goes into one of my analogies. Another musician, don't drink and drive. You'll end up at your ex's house.
In Too Deep. It's one of my favorite songs. I like, this was like a really fast one. 30 minutes. Freestyle, like first takes. Not really a freestyle, but like first takes as in like I sat and thought of the lyrics and I was like, can I get your attention, please? And then I stopped it and I was like, that sounds like ass, but I'll record it. But I'm finna record the next bar. And then I recorded the next bar. I was like, cool. Sounds like ass. I'm gonna keep going. Cause that's how I get songs done. I'm like, look, I'm biased. Like you know what I'm saying? Y'all ever recorded your voices before? You do podcast,
Yep.
you listen, you're like,
Yeah.
Every freaking
cringe.
day.
Well, I've been
I'm listening to myself.
I've been making music for 10 years, so I kind of shake it off a little bit. But
Yeah. Now I have not been in the game that long, couple years and stuff, but I have definitely adapted to hearing my own voice. To where when I'm watching, I'm not even watching me, I'm just watching as a consumer.
Yeah.
And just write down honest feedback and just write down honest constructive criticism for myself. So yeah, I don't even.
What are you
hear
in too
me
deep
anymore.
in right now?
What am I in too deep into? Shoot.
You got anything you're in too deep right now, or you think you're floating well along life?
No, I feel like I'm in too deep for being a superhero for other people instead of myself.
Who are you trying to be a superhero for?
I guess my work provider at the moment, and I don't want to get in too deep to that subject, but I'll tread the waters a little bit. We're going through a switcheroo, and I'm a big believer in you take care of who takes care of you. If you work for Pepsi and you're Pepsi's right-hand man and Pepsi sells the Coke, you should know, just respectfully. And I unfortunately came into a situation where it was kind of played out a different way. And for me, I'm always having my cape on. I show up when I'm not supposed to show up. Off days are on days for me. Overtime is just regular time. But that's just the person who I am. And what I'm basically saying is I'm taking that in too deep from that and putting it into this to provide more to you guys. So
Yeah, you use those things
Transition.
as fuel.
Yep.
Anything that's lighting the fire up under your eyes, that's fuel.
And it's been giving me a lot of positive perspective on what I want to do, what I want to be not perceived as, but the Preston that, or the Sbpress that I want to give to the world and share with the world. So like, just like with you, with your awesome music and stuff like that, man, I study myself and just as well as you do.
That's great. You should, as you should.
This is a great sweater.
Thank you. I actually,
It was popping when I seen this picture. I was like, "Oh, this one is popping."
Like, this is great. This is a great
I
sweater.
put it in the dryer and shrunk it way too much. I just gave it to Nay.
Silly.
You don't believe in dry cleaners, brother?
Huh?
I got
With
the hookup on
expensive
dry
stuff.
cleaner.
I
I got
don't
the hookup
know.
on dry cleaner.
I don't know how to rich yet.
Yeah. Once you
fuck
learn how to
shit.
rich, you're not gonna go back. You're gonna be like, send this to the dry cleaners,
I
please.
don't know
Yeah,
about
like
that. I'll do it in the
I
tub still. Like
I get a lot of stuff through. Yeah. Well, for me, it's. I like what I have, and I do not. I guess have a lot of time to really buy a lot of stuff and things. So when I do come across things, I try to do the little things I can do. But since I got the dry cleaning plug, I just have to take advantage of that.
I'll figure out what that is.
We'll talk about it after the
All
show.
right, cool.
I got you.
Yeah. What
Sweet.
performance
But
is it?
stage performance, yeah. Where was this at, if you can remember, and how was the reception of the crowd to you performing?
Don't remember the first question where it was. I don't know where it was. It was in LA somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, I was doing a show with Sammy Nassar. Shout out Sammy Nassar. We got a song together called "Miss Me." It's not my gold record. I hope you miss me. It's "Miss Me." though.
Miss Me.
It's a little. It's like a swing off we did. Sammy Nassar. He's dope. I did a show with him. He asked me, "Yo, you want to come do the show tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I pulled up. Honestly, I am blessed. I am very blessed with the reactions I get. There's always haters, and that's a good sign, right? But the reactions I get, bro, are amazing. I don't remember if it was this show or not, but I did a show with Sammy, and then after, like, someone jumped on stage and they grabbed the mic. They're like, nah, they said the crowd. They said, y'all don't know what he just said. They're like, this dude did this, this, and this. You know what I'm saying? Bam, bam, bam. And then when I got off that stage, people were just like, oh my God, coming up to me, like telling me, like, it's so good. Like, I can feel it. You know what I'm saying? We can feel it. They always tell me how they can feel it so much.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm really blessed to get those types of reactions. I'm an empath, though, so every time it hurts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
feel
damn,
that.
like,
I feel that
I
way
don't
too
want
deep
you to
too,
feel
yeah.
me, really. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it. I know. Because I'm kind of the same way. I take a lot of people's energy and then it just becomes mine. And then I'm feeling more for their situation than they are. But I don't know. I guess it's the human in me.
Yeah, we need people like you guys, though. Empaths. A lot of people who have the opposite, you know.
Yeah.
You could have the latter, which is bad.
What is it, empaths and jackass? Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's great.
That is good.
I got another one. Bam.
Bam. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and talk about this latest and greatest.
Yeah. What are we talking about? Cover art? Talk about the song.
Let's get the cover art first.
Yeah, so the
Then
cover art, Built Ford Tough. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Built Ford Tough. I grew up in northern Minnesota. A whole lot of Ford and Chevy talk. My damn Ford wash your Chevy out any day of the week, buddy. If you drive a Toyota, you're gay. You know what I'm saying?
Box
like,
Chevys and stuff.
damn. Am I gonna get canceled because I said gay? My best friend is gay.
We'll bleep it.
Yeah, I didn't say
You
it,
don't need to. You won't get canceled.
I know. And don't actually cut that out, too. I want people to see me how I act all the time. Yeah,
Who did
man.
this art?
So
for you?
Yeah,
who
man.
created this for you?
My homies over at CrowdSurf. Yep. So if y'all need anything to hire, hit up CrowdSurf.
Mark was talking about he wants me to be a cartoon for the Mastermind Media
Oh,
website.
yeah, you should.
Yeah. If they can get the waves in, I'm all for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell them. That's the most important part.
Now the development of the song.
The development of the song, I don't remember nothing.
No. Well, I was gonna say, so you don't remember even making this, but revisiting and hearing it, and actually putting it out there for the world and stuff. How are you enjoying the reaction to it? Because it's really dope. It's fire. I just seen the video get launched and everything, and whoever's shooting you guys' videos is pretty dope too.
Snappy Marcus,
Mm-hmm.
you know, was one of my longtime friends. Snappy Marcus, at Snappy Marcus. They got their whole like scavenger media thing going on. Shit, man, it's one of my favorite songs I ever made. This shit banger, bro. I love listening to this. I'm like, damn, what was that? I wish I knew it too. Like, what was that? Where was that? But I know my mode. I just make songs. I just make songs, man. And I don't know, like, who I fucked that day, or what kind of blunt I was smoking on, or you know what I'm saying? Was it a honey backwood or a honey bourbon backwood? I can't fucking tell you, dog. But look, I stay recording music because when I go back and I hear some shit like that, it's like brand new to me, you know. And then I have a chance to like just listen to it all the time. A lot of music is brainwashy, like, or not brainwashy, influential. Music's very influential. So the fact that I get to just listen to myself all the time, I'm like, yeah. Then I can just talk to God, and it's just like everyone else can, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can do you.
Mm-hmm. That was amazing. So let's talk about some records that you're probably working on right now that no one knows about, that you can still let out there. Is there any other projects after Pissing Their Mouse that we should be on the lookout for?
Yeah, Tink Tink's next. Tink Tink's next. Hold On is after that. And then it's kind of it might be Tink Tink and then C'est La Vie with this artist Austin Carini and this other Latin girl. She's super dope. She was just on the cover of Latin Billboard, so that'd be super dope. We do that. I think that might be after Tink Tink, but Tink Tink's up next. I'm gonna stay on top of them, man. We gonna keep pumping.
Foot on next, the whole season. Not just 1, 2, 3, all four. Are these next couple hits you're gonna have visuals for?
Yeah, I'll try to get visuals for everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Now you said that it's a Latin individual on this song. Are you going to be traveling internationally for this portion of the video, or is she going to be coming this way?
We might travel. I think we're all out here though.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all out here already. We'll see.
Okay. We'll see. Now, you did talk about, the label in the beginning and stuff like that. What's I guess a better perspective that you would like to have of yourself out there? Because you feel some people may not understand or may not know. For the people who don't know, what's a perspective that you can give them? Like if someone was meeting you for the first time.
Look, take everybody you meet with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Try not to pass too much judgment. Naturally, we pass a little judgment. But whether it's me or whoever the fuck you meet, right? You don't know them, especially through the screen. You don't know anything through the screen. You know things in real life. Read some books. I'm sure there's a lot of misconceptions. I can't cover them all up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't do drugs. I smoke weed. I eat mushrooms. Some people get that confused. Like, oh, no, Joesph does drugs. But no, I did that. I follow God. I work out, make music, hang out with my dog, fuck bitches, get money.
Period.
Just drop it right there. So, Joesph, let the audience know, again, your tags, your SoundCloud, and your hit single that's out right now, where to find it.
Hit single, Pissing in Miles, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere. Joesph Black is the name. You type in Joesph Black, you're going to see me pop up. Joesph Black on Instagram. Untold Story ENT on Snapchat. Check out my Snapchat. I'll be wilding out on Snapchat. TikTok is _Joesph Black. Everything else Joesph Black. Just type in Joesph Black, you're going to find me. New single out now. More shit coming soon.
Also, that new bowling reel you got out, funny as hell. I was just watching it again.
Hey, y'all want smoking bowling? If y'all in LA or anywhere in the area, you want smoking bowling? Come on, come on.
We'll get some details behind the scenes because I do bowl myself. Brother, and I enjoy friendly competition. But it's another thing. I used to have groups of friends come out, and I'll just rent a couple lanes and just this will be the loser side, and this will be the winner side. And if the greatest two losers over here can probably slide over this way, and whoever's the last two in the winning bracket slides over that way. So nice competitive nature. And I would like to, probably get your team, figure out who I'm going to have on my team, and then we just go at it.
Yep.
Definitely, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate you again for being here, man. I am your host, Sbpress. And like that, ladies and gentlemen, we're gone.
They hate when you elevate. You're stacking up losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate.